Hi everyone, hope you're all really well. Thank you for watching my videos and for the support, all my good close supporters and friends, and really value your friendship, and thank you so much for standing by me during everything and all this nonsense and seeing what's going on. So thank you so much. I'm just doing short clips, a few videos I'm uploading at the moment. It's just questions that have been asked and they're in my head fresh at the moment, so that's why they'll be a bit out of sync sort of thing. So I've just covered the last questions that people have asked me and cover a few things like that. So I will be putting them in some sort of order and going in order, and dates of what happened and when and how old I was and what it was and how this has developed into what it is now. So I'm hoping to do that. But these are just, as I said, questions for now. And hope if anyone else has any questions, feel free and I'll try and answer them for you. Thank you. I just wanted to also welcome all my Facebook friends back. I've got my Facebook going again. And just to say, I've got a few hundred people requests to go through. I don't know who they all are. There may be some of my own friends in there as well, but I haven't had really time. I have accepted quite a few. I don't know who they are, basically. So got quite a few hundred requests. I have done half. I will be getting through the rest when I get time. You know, I don't spend all my time online on like what's been said. According to people, I've got loads of channels trolling all day long. The truth is, I'm never actually online. People know that because it takes me so long to reply to even a comment on my Facebook or anything. Okay, just to say welcome back everybody, and it's really nice to see you again, and hopefully you'll enjoy the information I'm putting out. Thank you. Just another bit to add. I'm going to be doing these little clips when I think of it, because I don't always remember things come into my head during the day. I think, oh, I must mention that. I have a 300mm lens. When I use the video, catches the video, the quality isn't that good. So if there is an object in there on the video, and if I take a freeze frame and zoom in, the quality is rubbish. It's blurry, there's no detail, there's nothing. But when I use my camera and take photographs, I can really zoom in on those images. And get much more detail, better quality, high resolution, but that doesn't happen with the video. So some of them, I catch them on the videos and I just take freeze shots and look in there. It's objects that shouldn't be there, but the detail is blurry. But on the images, which are mainly on all my Facebook, or all on my Facebook, I post pictures. It was always photographs, never videos. With a video, I need an expensive lens, so if anyone wants to buy me a lens, they're a few £1,000s. The one I want is about £6,000, the next one up. There's a massive leap from, you know, small zoom to the bigger zoom, massive leap in price. Even second-hand, I might look at second-hand ones. So, for people complaining, if you want to buy me a lens, yeah, I'll take brilliant images, but bear in mind this, NASA and everybody, the world, is saying there's nothing there. All the equipment they have, they claim nothing is being picked up. Yet I'm able to pick things up with a basic camera. So something's not right here. Either they only appear for me, which that has happened in the past. I've seen things and looking at it and filming it and nobody with me can see it. We can see it later on the video, but at the time they can't see it. So that's weird, and there's been a few weird things with that as well, a few examples, which made me think that. That's one of them, is people have, several times, my brother especially, I call him, quick, this one here, look at this, because he's always saying, call me when you see one out there. I do call him, but by the time he gets off his big fat arse and gets out, sometimes it's gone, but sometimes they stay, hang around 20 minutes, so those instances, you know, sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. A lot of the time you can't. He's like, where? And I'm like, there. You can hear me screaming in the video, there it is. Are you blind? There, just right there. And I can see the most amazing thing happening, but the camera doesn't even do it justice. What you actually see with your eyes, the camera doesn't do it justice. I mean, for instance, it was in the summer. I did get the pictures of it. I have the pictures, and I was just doing some gardening, and the sky was just completely clear, lovely and blue, not even a dot up there. And then I just happened the corner of my eye. I looked up, and there was this just circle, just a white circle, like a bit of a cloud, like a football. Complete circle just there, over, you know, to the left a little bit over my head. And then I just couldn't stop watching. I thought, that really looks odd. And as I started watching it, it just changed into the most beautiful colours. It was like a bubble. You know, in the light, the sun shines on a bubble, you see all those lovely translucent colours, even though it's see-through, like, I don't know what you call it, like mother of pearl, kind of, when the light shines on it, you can see lots of colours. It was like that, and then it started moving, and it was like this thing mesmerised me. I could not move, I was transfixed. And I had my camera in my hand, but I was watching it because sometimes I miss it, taking pictures, I miss actually seeing, because it's better to look with your eyes, and I just want to see. I don't care about getting the footage, really. But this thing, then it started moving around like a slinky and leaving a lovely trail. And it was pink, purple, blue, lovely colours. And then it just shut off and left a chemtrail really fast. And left a trail there for a second. So I got that. But the pictures don't do it justice to what I was really seeing and what was happening. And it was beautiful. It was just amazing. Amazing. And pictures, it does look like a giant bubble with colours, but it was nothing to the video. My video wouldn't pick it up, it was too small, so I took the photographs. I'm not happy with these autofocus and all this, to be honest, because sometimes it won't focus on what you wanted to focus on. It's very hard to film UFOs, and because the way they move, they're not in a straight line, they're like hovering, like shaking, and, you know, disappearing and reappearing. It's really hard to film. Really hard to film UFOs. That's why I decided to leave my tripod on and just put it in certain areas. And if it picked up things, it did. If it didn't, it didn't. And look at all the stuff I've picked up. They're continually, well, I wouldn't say continually. It's a couple of days here and there, certain months, maybe 4 months of the year, I'd say. A couple of days here and there. They're here constantly, all the time, day and night, just all there. I could leave my camera on and it would pick up loads, but I've run out of battery and space and all that, so I can only do certain amounts, half an hour here and there, and I always seem to catch them. But then I get the feeling that they're gone, and I think, oh, they're gone now, I won't bother. And then I've said to myself, well, I'll take a couple, leave my camera for 10 minutes, see if it picks up anything. It does. Normally it takes about 10 seconds to pick up something, so I know. Or I'll see one little one will come down to catch my eye, and another there. Always comes down very low, little black one sometimes, silver one. And it'll come down to the tree level. I'll think, whoa, I'll get my camera and then I'll be ready to film. But they do give me a little warning sometimes when I'm not in the mood of filming. Sometimes I'm in the house and I'll get an instinct to get your camera and go outside, and I'll do that, and I'll go out and they'll be there. So they like sort of tell me. So I do set up my camera just in case I think I'm getting the message and I'm not, you know, because it's not like a message, it's like a memory, like I know. And I'll set up my camera and there'll be nothing, and I'll do it next day for 5 minutes, there'll be nothing, and then I know they're gone. So I do that, and then I won't bother filming for months until I get the urge to film again, and they'll be here again. So despite what anybody thinks, I'm not outside constantly looking at the sky. It's very minimal, very minimal. When the sun is out, yeah, I'm out in the garden, and only lately I've been doing bits and pieces and just had my camera handy because I know there's things all the time now. So I have make sure I have my camera handy most of the time now. Well, sometimes it's not charged and I forget. But I have 2 cameras now and a few batteries. Because when you're doing videos, the battery runs low very quick. Especially if you leave it on for half an hour or an hour. It just kills the battery. So I've had to run in and get my phone because everything was flat, or my tablet, which cameras are rubbish on those. But, you know, they're only here a few days of the year, really. And exactly the same dates last year. I've been looking at all the footage I got last year as well, similar objects around the same time. And they're the same dates, May, June, July, August. Couple, and then they seem to, that's when you get a lot, July and August. But then they seem to go, the fleets disappear, and then there's only the odd 1 or 2, maybe 3 here and there. But every time I take pictures of the sky, even there just seems to be always one there. Even if I'm taking pictures of the moon or the sun or the birds or whatever, there's always one little black thing in the corner. These are not insects. I should upload my footage of insects and things and butterflies, whatever. They come out crystal clear, especially if they're near the lens. It's got autofocus. Camera will focus on it if it's near the lens. And it does it very well because I do a lot of wildlife, especially going to places like Sri Lanka. I love wildlife photography. Take a lot. And insects as well. So I know what insects look like on film. You know, they're easy. I have loads of footage of insects. My camera picks them all up very well. Very well. The thing about the slinky kind of little object, maybe may seem nothing. Oh, it's only a little round circle, means nothing. Well, it does mean something. This is not something we have. That thing was intelligent. It was moving like it was alive. And it saw me looking, saw me there. It got my attention. It was over my head. It wanted me to see. It was communicating with me. That was alive. It was alive. This is a bigger picture. It's not just a bubble. It wasn't a bubble out of nowhere. It was something that was alive and it was moving and it got my attention. Whether people want to believe that or not, it's fact. See, a lot of the footage as well, it can't be seen with the naked eye. You wouldn't see it if you were just out walking or out in the park. You just wouldn't see it. I mean, we all get little dots in front of our eyes. You think it's normal, you know. People see dots all the time. You know, they're like that sometimes. And you just put it down to your eye. But when you actually slow down the footage and see what's actually happening, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a different science in our space. So they get my attention on purpose, deliberately. I wouldn't know half of this stuff was happening if I'm just going about my business. I'm not out there looking at the sky 24/7. So, you know, even when I'm in the kitchen late at night, could be everyone's asleep, I'm on my own, I'm making a cup of coffee or whatever. And I've got a habit of doing things in the dark. I mean, it might sound strange, living with such creepiness, but you know, those horror films, you hear a noise and the person goes out in the dark without switching the lights on, and you think, put the lights on, you idiot, put the bloody lights on. I've said it, you know, who does that? I actually do that all the time. And if I'm running to the loo late at night, I won't bother putting the whole light, landing light and all them lights. I'll just run up in the dark. I've always done that. And so in the kitchen I'm making coffee in the dark sometimes. Something will flash me through the kitchen window, a big bright light. I think, bloody hell, what was that? It's a bright moon. And I'll have a look and there's nothing out there, and I'll go out and have a look then, open the door, go out. and something will appear, and then I'll get my camera and film the night ones. That's how I get the nighttime ones. They let me know they're here. They want me to film. They want me to see that they're here. Why are they annoying me all the time? I'm getting nothing out of it, only grief. But it seems like they answer a lot of questions as well, because when people ask me, had any sightings recently, sometimes when there's a few month gap, people will say, what's happening, anything, and I'll say, no, I think they're gone, not here at the moment. And then that night something will happen, or I'll get one on film, like in the window, or orb in the house, or some disturbance, or something will happen, and it's like letting me know, no, I'm still here, I'm not gone. They've done that loads of times, so I don't think they're ever gone completely. They are very close outside Earth, that they can get here. They're probably using some sort of, I don't know, what would you call it? What would we call it? What they call it? I don't know the name, I'll think of the name. But they seem to be able to make themselves invisible and dematerialise. And in my first interview in 2011, people may remember or not, I don't know, any of my old-time supporters, I said I saw a huge glowy ball. That's what I called it in those days. I didn't call them orbs, because people just sort of call them orbs, and it is an orb shape, and it's a bright orb, so you don't know what else to call them. But I said I saw a big glowy ball, it was huge, and it came right down, and then I had 5 hours of missing time, and then after the 5 hours, I was still standing at the window looking at this thing, and it dematerialised. It sort of went golden and faded like into smoke, like the cloud, faded into like the cloud and just joined in and carried on away with the cloud. Or just left a bit of cloud and that joined in and it just disappeared, and I just went about my business. Didn't even remember for a couple of years. Didn't even remember that. But that's what I remember, it was a glowy ball. So they weren't around in those days, it's only now that I'm catching them on video, so it proves I was telling the truth, because I'm catching on film now exactly what I said was happening in the 80s and 90s when nobody got them on film. I was saying I was catching these things, and it's only now, lately now. None of these go back 10 years, 20 years. When I was saying this, none of them photographic or sightings by anybody else go back that long. Mine do, and exactly what I'm filming today, I've been saying for years I was seeing, describing them in detail and everything, and now I'm catching them all on film. So, proves I was telling the truth. Normal, rational, decent thinking, fair person would see that. There's just loads of weird things that come with this as well. I sound like a mental case if I reveal even a bit of it. One of the things, though, sometimes I get like an image in my mind. I'm just sitting there and watching something or doing whatever, and I'll just start seeing something that I've seen, like a memory that I've seen in the sky, a weird creature, I'm looking at it and take it in, and then the next few photographs I get will be that exact same object, exact same, what I imagined. So whether I get the information beforehand, so I know what to look for, then I see it and think, oh, there it is, yeah, and it's like already in my mind, so I know, or I'm creating this and bringing them to life somehow. I don't know. I really don't know. But it could be either. It could be neither. But whatever it is, I'm seeing beforehand. Because I've described them several times to my friends on Facebook about the image, and then I'll get the picture the next day and look, this is it. People find that amazing. I've done that several times. Several. And then there's the information I got from some professors, some very complicated algebra, Einstein things they were working on, and I was getting the images in my head. The day I got all those UFOs, I knew there was something going on, but I couldn't see them, but I took the photos anyway, And it turns out there was loads up there in the photographs, very high quality, high resolution, very good images of several objects. And this information kept going over, and it was annoying me. I was trying to sunbathe, lying in the sun, on the sunbed, and I thought, I have to go and get a pen and paper. This will not go away, so I should write it down. It was going over and over and over. So I wrote it all down. There's all these numbers and letters and everything. And then later on, I'm in touch with this professor in Mexico that I pass information on to and help with this physics. He's a physics professor. He asks me for help. And he wants to give me his son, send me his son to tutor him and teach him and all this. And he's studying maths and physics as well. I'm hopeless at those things. But he really believes in the UFO side and the questions he's asked, and I've given him the answers and the complicated maths. How did I eat actually those figures I was given, the numbers I wrote down, when I asked him if he knew what it was or what it was about, he said, oh my God, I'm actually working on that today. I'm working on it right at the same time when you got these pictures. What he was working on, and it's one of Einstein's, he was working on something like that, I don't know, free energy, and he's interested in, physics of the future. Well, so he wants to get information from ETs, but any information I could get would be dangerous for him in the first place. Free energy, he wants to create free. It's already been done. People have died for it, so I wouldn't help there. There's no point. So I think people evolve. It needs to be at their own level and their own speed, and any jump is chaotic. So you can't put them 1,000 years ahead when they're not able for it, and this is what he actually wants. So I've told him, no, I'm not going to be getting any information. It's too dangerous for everybody. Anyway, just thought I'd get that bit in. Made a mistake on the prices there. I just had to look at the lenses. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lenses here. Listen to the price: 14,900, 126,000, 15,000, 9,300, 12,900. So there you go. Zoom lens prices. Yeah. Go fund me. What you reckon? Help Marie save the planet. Get us all the info. Please, I need a lens. Give me some money. I need a lens to take pictures of balloons and all that. And then I can pass them off as even bigger UFOs. Give me a lens. Give me a lens. Wind, wah, wah. That's what you scammers all sound like. Exactly like that. That's all I hear in my head when I hear scammers. About Miles Johnson the other day, his stupid update, I think he's deleted it, he was so embarrassed. This is a roll of wire. We need 24 million pounds. Giving that lunatic 24 bloody million. Yeah, we'll give you 24 million to leave the planet.
Very well, let me explain.
Listen.
Time. These are small, but the ones out there are far away. Small, far away.